Right, we've got our first reactions of Predator, Killer of Killers. They had their premiere last night, and at the premiere was an incredible standee of this mofo. Catch it over on Twitter if I can find it. I'll overlay the image. It looked epic. Like, give me that. I want that in my house or in my garden or whatever. Super, super cool. Those kind of pieces of memorabilia, I love it. I just think it's fun. But anyway, so they had the premiere. We've got our first reactions, our first reviews. It's all very promising. That is obviously the standard rhetoric that we have when these things happen. So take it all with a pinch of salt. However, I am personally excited for this. I'll lay my biases out there. I'm personally excited for this. I think this actually does look really, really good. And I have no issue with anything I've seen of it thus far. I'm more intrigued by how some bits and pieces are going to play out than anything else. So, again, I like to cover these things because when you cover these and then we look at the actual reviews or we look at the actual the movie itself and then we give our own reviews, you and I, you can then kind of get to terms with whether the industry is pushing the shill narrative or indeed they told the truth. So it's interesting. Hit subscribe if you're new here. Do turn those bell notifications on, especially for those returning viewers that are not subscribed yet. YouTube's doing something really funky at the moment. You would have seen it of lots of people. They've changed the algorithm. It's very bizarre. It's very frustrating. So hit subscribe if you've come here and returned once more and are new. But anyway, so again, first reactions. They're all over Twitter and they're really good. Like, they are actually really, really good. So, as it says here, the first Predator, Killer of Killers reactions have hit X, and it seems Prey director Dan Trachtenberg has done it again with his upcoming animated anthology. So I guess that depends if you liked Prey or not. I know some people really didn't. I get it. So Prey was considered a return to form for the Predator franchise after it proved a massive critical and viewership success for Hulu. The filmmaker's next move, Predator Badlands, is getting a theatrical release, which was good. Good idea. And Killer of Killers, meanwhile, will once again debut on streaming. But if the social media verdicts are anything to go by, the movie is another win for Trachtenberg's take on the Yautja. Praised as a badass, bloody delight. It sounds like animation has allowed the director to unleash the Predator in a way rarely seen on screen before. Crucially for fans, it sounds like there are plenty of Easter eggs and world building. Now that's the stuff I really am excited for. However, those of you who just want to see what happens when the Yautja fights a samurai will clearly walk away happy, apparently. So, we'll take a look. Apparently, it does look like there may be an element of it addressing Prey's cliffhanger. So that's interesting. Or indeed setting the stage for Badlands. So, yeah, this could be really, really interesting, to be honest. But yeah, let's take a look at some of these reactions. So, here's the first one. Prey was awesome, but Dan Trachtenberg takes the Predator franchise to the next level with Predator Killer of Killers. Compelling, violent, and gorgeously animated. It's a bloody delight for fans of this franchise, and there are some fun surprises. Bring on Predator Badlands. That sounds like a tease for Predator Badlands is in there. So I'm interested. I'm interested anyway. Like I said, full biases on the table. Dan Trachtenberg and Co.'s Predator Killer of Killers kicks ass and holds nothing back. Thrilling. Deftly handles lore and themes on vengeance and violence. Has a gorgeously tactile texture, riveting animated scale and scope, bloody, brutal fights, and compelling characters. Easter eggs used craftily. So it doesn't just sound like fan service. It sounds like they've inputted Easter eggs with a purpose. And as I go through this, I always like to take a look and see whether there's any recurring sort of rhetoric from people. Doesn't seem to be so far. And the reason why we look at rhetoric, repeated rhetoric, is because it adds sort of an element of confirmation that there are studio talking points. Here is the big standee, by the way. How fucking cool is that? Anyway, Predator Killer of Killers. Dan Trachtenberg doesn't miss. The trust they've put in him with this franchise continues to pay off. A really well-crafted film, full of vicious kills, strong characters, and it zips by in under 90 minutes. That's interesting. Under 90 minutes. I don't know whether I like the fact that it's under an hour and a half, but it is only an animated film, so maybe. So apparently everyone clapped and cheered after each section. If you couldn't make it to blah, 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 prepare to watch it on Hulu. So there you go. Oh, just to look at this big dude again. Look how cool that is. I love it. Anyway. Predator fans stay winning. Predator Killer of Killers is freaking awesome. An action-packed bloody thriller with a character-driven approach. It's an inventive animated film that feels like it was made by Predator fans for Predator fans. The future looks bright for the franchise. Predator Killer of Killers is exactly what I've always wanted out of the franchise. It's clever, full of all-timer moments and amazing kills. It's lean, mean, and badass incarnate. Danny TRS, Dan Trachtenberg, nailed it. Full tilt recommend. Psyched to say that Predator Killer of Killers is the best Predator movie. Well, since Prey. Gorgeously animated. The first one's the best. Gorgeously animated, incredibly visceral action sequences, an ingenious structure for an anthology, and a fantastic expansion of the Yautja hunting grounds. This series is in great hands. Now that's interesting. An ingenious structure for an anthology. Sounds like there's a narrative thread that connects all of them. I don't know, but that's what it says to me. I had the chance to see Predator Killer of Killers early and feel like I just got off a 90-minute roller coaster. Another triumph by Dan Trachtenberg, brought to life with gorgeously painted animation, or painterly animation. Can't wait to see what they do next. Another one here. Predator Killer of Killers is everything that I wanted it to be. Way more violent and bloody than I ever expected. Lots of Easter eggs and action-packed stories. I love the way they tie together. Okay, so they do tie together. I wish everyone could see this on the big screen. Phenomenal. You would like to think that you'd like to think that they could at least do it like a limited run in theatres, but probably not. Predator Killer of Killers is flat out awesome. Dan Trachtenberg delivers a near perfect Predator experience that any fan will appreciate, especially those who've longed to see key moments in history collide with the iconic hunter. It's packed with jaw-dropping action and great animation. Building on the unique approach that Prey brought to the world of Predator, Predator Killer of Killers takes audiences on a journey throughout history. Vikings, feudal Japan, and World War II. This anthology plays out with 3 distinct Predator encounters. Sorry, I've got to load this. Each acting as its own short film. While full of great ideas and exciting battles, each segment feels like it could have been its own movie and barely scratches the surface of Dan Trachtenberg's vision. Feels like a mere stepping stone towards the larger story of Predator Badlands later this year. Way, there you go. So it does look like they're tying things together, actually, which is good. I want that. I want these Easter eggs. I want these little bits and pieces. It doesn't need to be a wholesale Predator cinematic universe, the PCU, right? It doesn't need to be that. But it does, in the same way that the original Predator, followed up by Predator 2, had elements, narrative threads that connected, but didn't necessarily rely on one another. That's what you want. That's good. That's world building. So there you go. Those are the reviews. I'm very excited for this. I am genuinely very, very excited for this. I think there was some more. Here's another one. Predator Killer of Killers is a 10 out of 10 animated film. Action sequences are incredible. I love each of the story that was shown in each era. I also love how the story came all together nicely at the end. The animation is really well done. Please watch it on Hulu June 6th. I can't wait. Got 5 days. Yeah. I'm very, very excited for this. Is there some others? Have I missed any? I don't think I have. Here's another one. It was a big surprise. It's awesome. The movie offers tons of excellent fight sequences, brutal moments, and intriguing additions to the Predator lore. At first, I wasn't sold on the animation, but I quickly became impressed. Predator fans will fall in love. And here's that big mofo again. How kick-ass is this? I love it. I think it's amazing. What a cool thing to have. That's amazing. I want that. I want that in my house. Another one, Dan Trachtenberg's Predator Killer of Killers is a masterclass of Predator epics. Though not individually spectacular, the collection of stories culminates in the mother of all adventures that will change the franchise forever. Now that is very intriguing. Okay. Predator Killer of Killers is simultaneously the animatrix of the Predator franchise and the best Assassin's Creed movie not called Assassin's Creed. A lore-expanding, grisly bloodbath boasting stunningly dynamic animation that inventively pushes the franchise forward. An effing blast. That's interesting. And the best Assassin's Creed movie. What? Animatrix and the best Assassin's Creed movie. I think that might just be a little bit of tease of what's to come. That's really interesting. Here's another one. Again, just very, very positive. It gives you pretty much everything you want from a Predator. Featuring Vikings, ninjas, World War II pilots, gory as F, and had me kicking my feet in childlike delight. The Predator franchise is in the best hands possible thanks to Dan Trachtenberg. Interesting. Another one. Not joking when I say it's pretty gory. That again, look at this. It's so cool. I love it. Right, well, there you go. This is quite interesting. What do you guys think? Let me know down below. Genuinely curious to hear what you think. I'll be reviewing this day one, obviously. And it sounds like a lot of theory videos will come from this, or at least some kind of lore expanding bits and pieces. So yeah, happy times. Anyway, leave your thoughts down below. Take care. Bye-bye now.